What is up, guys? Priest here, and today we're going to talk about Tom Clancy's XDefiant. Now, a question that I'm always asked is, if you weren't doing YouTube, what would you be doing? And guys, 10 times out of 10, I would answer that if I wasn't doing YouTube, I'd be living in a box. I'd be living in a cardboard box, being a bum, doing nothing, with a cup in my hand, like Squidward from that one episode of SpongeBob asking for spare change.
Spare change, ma'am.
But that all changes today, guys. Today, if you were to ask me what I'd be if I wasn't a YouTuber, I'd tell you that I'd be a game developer. That's right. In the background, you're seeing Tom Clancy's XDefiant, and I can proudly say that I worked on this game during its development. I was a gaming consultant during this game's development, and it's something I'm really proud of, you know? All jokes aside, I'm super proud about it. And it's not every day you get the opportunity to work on a game. I mean, I work with video games, like I play video games, I make videos, but most of my money comes from playing video games. I don't really make money making video games, but I had the great opportunity to work on this game and I got paid for it, and I'm happy to say that I worked on this game. So this video is dedicated to this game where we're going to talk about it. I can't talk about the things that happened during its development, but I can talk about the opportunity that I had last week to play it with other creators. Last week, Ubisoft sat us down with a bunch of other creators to have a closed session to play this game. Now, I didn't get a chance to record it, and I really am sad about it because I had some nasty clips that I wish I could have shared. But unfortunately, it's under NDA. I can only talk about my experience during that closed session. I cannot talk about the ongoing closed testing that's going on right now. If you guys have signed up and if you guys played this, good for you, and I'm happy for you, but NDA says we can't talk about that. But there is no NDA for the Monday session, so I am allowed to talk about that day alone. And Ubisoft has been kind enough to provide me with some footage of the game, so you guys cannot just listen to me ramble, you guys can actually see the gameplay unfold in the background. So last Monday, a few creators and devs, we got together for a closed session to play this game, Tom Clancy's XDefiant. Now, I had a lot of fun, and I can only tell you guys about what happened on the day. So, on that day, we got to test loadouts, different game modes, we got to enjoy the classes, and we got to get a quick feel of what this game has in store for us. This game was still in its beta phase, so this game can only go up from what we had on Monday. So we can talk about the loadouts. This game does have loadouts similar to Call of Duty, where you can customize classes, put attachments and stuff like that. You know, your standard FPS things. And it has a lot of game modes as well. We got to test two types of game modes. We had tested arena game modes, and we tested linear game modes. So arena game modes are your Call of Duty-esque game modes like Hardpoint, Domination, Kill Confirmed. You know, game modes with the likes of those type of arena stuff. So that's why it's called arena game modes. You know, those close quarter gunfight game modes. And we also got to test linear game modes, which is by far my favorite game type to play. The linear game modes are so fun, and I think that's where this game really shines. So in the linear game modes, you have stuff like escort, where you have to escort a payload from point A to point B. Now, it's like a dog that has like a container on its back, so you have to escort it from your side to the other side of the map. And as you progress, you unlock more parts of the map, similar to Overwatch. But Overwatch is not really my style. This game nailed it perfectly for me because I love first-person shooters like with these modern weapons, and I love the payload game mode from Overwatch. So this blends the two things I love together, and it makes for an amazing time, especially when you have a full stack that's communicating. It is so good. Now we can talk about the different classes. So this game is kind of like Black Ops 3, Call of Duty had a baby with Overwatch, you know, because in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 you had abilities as well, and this is kind of like that, but your abilities have more of a role specific a job, right? You have like your tanks, your DPS, and your healers, and that's where this game kind of feels like Overwatch. So you have your wolves, which are your tank support players. I played the tanks the most. Like I played the wolves the most on Monday. I had so much fun. I usually play DPS, but playing the tanks in this game felt so satisfying, and I had so much fun. So your wolves have stuff like riot shields, or what you can see here is like a one-way shield that you can shoot through, but enemies can't shoot back at you. They can damage the shield and break it, but until that, you can do whatever you want. You can shoot through the shield as much as you want, and they can't do nothing about it unless they EMP it or destroy it. The ultimate for the tanks is you have like a bubble shield that goes around you, and you can walk around with the bubble shield around you, and you carry like a big electric shotgun or whatever. It felt like an electric shotgun. So whenever someone stepped into your bubble shield, you can just one tap them. It was so satisfying. It was amazing. The next class you have are cleaners. They look like firefighters or something like that, and they're supposed to be your DPS class. So their job is to put damage down range. So they have a lot of AoE. They have fire AoE. They have AoE. They have like fire turrets. They have like fire drones. Their job is to put a lot of damage everywhere. So they have a lot of AoE. And their special is like they pull out a flamethrower, and it's insta kill. I'm assuming it's an instant kill because whenever I run into one, whenever they tap me, I die. So I'm assuming the cleaner's flamethrower ultimate is a one shot, one kill. The next class that they have are the outcasts, and the outcasts are more like your healers, right? All their abilities focus on either healing you or supporting you in some type of way. They have abilities where they have an AoE heal, like if you're around them, they can heal you as you do damage. They can heal you, or they can just throw down an AoE where if you sit in the AoE, you heal, and if enemies step in the AoE, they take damage. And they have an ultimate where they throw down a stick. They throw down a stick, and when you're near that stick's AoE, you like don't die. You can't die. So it's good for like hopping objectives, hopping hard points, escorting payloads. It's really good for like those do or die situations. And last but not least, you have the echelon class, which they're like espionage kind of class. They're support. I would categorize them as support, but I would categorize them as more of a tactical support because they have abilities like active camo, holograms, and a pulse start. So where you shoot a dart somewhere and it like reveals enemy locations. It's still a support class, but I feel like it's not like a support like where you specifically have to tank or heal stuff. You kind of do whatever you want. Just make sure you're always pinging enemies. You're always like throwing down your darts, stuff like that. You get behind enemy lines and flank people with the active camo. You know, it's support, but like more of a tactical support. So I would put it as like a tactical support class, not really a active support. Alright, just to sum it up, guys, so this game has loadouts, it has arena game modes, linear game modes, you have different classes, you have your wolves, who are your tank support, your cleaners, who are your DPS classes, you have your echelon, who are your tactical and more aggressive classes that have active camo, hologram, and their ultimate, they can see through walls, like Widowmaker from Overwatch. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm thinking of. And then you have your outcasts, who are your healers. No, they drop AoE heals. So the game is pretty straightforward, and it has a lot of potential, and I can't wait for you guys to play it and try it. And again, guys, if you guys like anything, I'm just going to take full credit for that, man. You know, I'm a game developer now. So, yeah, if you guys hate anything, I had no say in that. That wasn't me. Someone messed up. The chain of command had a miscommunication there somewhere, you know. But hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and I'll let some gameplay roll here for you guys. You guys can just enjoy the gameplay, and you guys can give me you know, your verdicts in the chat. Let me know what you guys think and how you feel about this game in the comments. You know, just let me know down below. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. I'll let some gameplay roll for you guys, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.
to the one, from the one to the three. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe. And I get more ass than a toilet seat.